Hey guys, I've been doing software development for 5 years now. And the very first time I did this, I did a landing page for a picnic business. It was a lot of trial and error, pain and tears, and after one painful year, the final product left a lot to be desired. Luckily for me, after 5 years, I run into the same problem. I have to make another landing page, but this time for my AI consultation company. With 5 years of experience and this amazing AI tools, I was able to do a landing page in just 3 hours, which I never thought I would be saying, but that's the world we live in today. And the reason I became a developer wasn't because I like to code, but I like to build things, and with AI we can build things quicker. So I'm gonna be showing you how I did it. I use Canva code for the UI design and code templating. I use ChatGPT for data structure and content, and I use Cursor AI to get my hands dirty when I had to and code, tying everything together and deploying it to the web. My stack was Next.js, Tailwind, and Brevo. Bravo. This thing here, or here, wherever my editor chooses to put it. The reason I became a developer wasn't because I enjoy coding. It's because I enjoy building things. And with AI, we can build things so much faster. So I'm on the quest to find the best tools to build the quickest, most efficient, with the best outcomes. So hopefully you guys can learn something from what I've discovered so far. This is the fastest way I could think to build this. But if you have a better method and easier and whatever works for you, please leave it in the comments and let me know. I would love to check it out sometime. So the first thing I wanted to do was get started on the UI template. AI code generator from Canva is such an amazing tool. It really blew my mind the first time I discovered it. I was jumping with joy because I just realized that, oh man, we could build such amazing landing pages in such a little amount of time. Maybe I should have recorded the ChatGPT chat, but ChatGPT gets to know you. I use it all the time for all my projects, so I just kind of did a recap with it, like, hey, based on everything I'm offering, everything I've worked on, the vision I have for the company, could you give me a very structured text of what the landing page will contain? And that's kind of what I'm doing on the left side. If you see on the little camera, that's kind of what I'm like reading through as I have this landing page here just sitting in monitor number 3. Jumping forward a little bit, I pasted the output from ChatGPT, which as you can see here, it has the hero section, the subheading, the visual that I want, the color scheme that I'm going for, the softness. It really just kind of gives this Canva code AI the heart of what my company is all about. And then let me just move this quicker. Eventually I hit enter. Oh yeah, I started scouting the competition. I don't know what compelled me. Oh yeah, hit enter and I just changed the tab. One of the problems that I run into is like creating a landing page takes so much time, trying to make it look good. It's the face of your business. And if it looks bad, then it really kind of makes you seem like unprofessional or amateur. Oh look, as you can see it, the AI doing its thing, taking a sweet time, but even though it takes a very long time to generate it using this AI tool, it works very well. Like all these classes are very nicely formatted, very human readable. That's why I like to use it. Here the Canva code has finished the landing page and it looks pretty good. I like it, and it has a lot of the projects and things that I want to offer right out of the box. I think this is a very good place to start. I don't have a lot of testimonials or social proof, so I'm definitely gonna be removing a lot of things, especially for like the nav bar. Like I think I'm gonna keep what I have already, but this is already gonna save me so much time. So what I'm doing here is I am inspecting the element so I can find the source file. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do this. Canva, let me know if I'm violating your policies. But if not, you should make it easier for people to find. This is the source file. And from here, I'm just gonna download this page and put it into my code editor. Alrighty, this is where I finally found my first video, my first landing page. And as you can see, it's very bare bones. I just have like the hero page. but I do like the little guy working on the desk, so I was gonna try to keep it. So I was gonna get to work now that I have the source file. So the very first thing I did is fix this bug. I looked it up at ChatGPT. I didn't know what was going on. Turns out that something with the configuration file, but I got that resolved so that it could properly interpret this file. The next thing I like to do is, we already have this very nice components, but they're not prepared for React. Oh, actually here I'm just testing to see if my previous form worked. If fortunately it was not working. God knows for how long. And since I just haven't put too much effort in this landing page, I realized I was gonna have to find a better solution. So I was like, you know what? Let me, instead of trying to figure out why it's broken, let me get a tool that will be easier. But anyways, back to the components. So what I'm trying to say is that I am essentially taking that basic HTML, CSS, Tailwind files, and I'm turning them into React components. I work with React, it's easier for me. I can make them reusable. I can easily add data to it. I'm formatting it in a way that down the line, when I need to implement a content management system, it will be easy to do. But yeah, so here I'm merging the two solutions for the hero page. I was trying to keep the little guy, the little guy in the chair, so I was messing with some classes. You know, AI does a ton for you, but you still have to go in and get your hands dirty and adjust things on the little things. It's the little things that AI really struggles with. Again, I'm doing more hero components, I really spent most of my time trying to figure out how to get these two to work together. It was not cooperating, even to this day. Like, I didn't notice this until later, but the guy is not, it's like all his stuff is floating. But alright, I moved on from that. I added all the other components. Alrighty. And then I was also grabbing some information from my documentation of the projects that I'm working on, like my team, and adding their information. And instead of typing it out loud, I just reference my documents. Saves me a ton of time to have all my stuff organized, because I can just dump it into a chatbot and then get it to build things for me. Here I was in the team section. I went into add my actual team, so I did just that, and I wanted to give it a little bit of personality. So I spent some time getting some images from my team, and I don't know if you saw briefly, I got off the chair. I went to go take photos of my wife and my roommate and make some calls and try to get their image, and you see on the screen. I needed a different email list solution. Previously, I was using just a basic form that I would then write to a table in RDS, and then I would have to check like the database to see a list of email lists that I had, and see who signed up and who wants a consultation. Pretty bare bones, pretty basic, to the point, but it stopped working, and I didn't realize when it stopped working, and I wasn't very happy about that, because I've been having that landing page for a bit now, and who knows, maybe I missed out on some potential clients. So I wanted a solution that would collect email lists that then I can run email marketing on, potentially for future products where I want to test to see if people are interested in them. So collecting emails is kind of important. So I did some deep research, which you can see on my ChatGPT. The deep research feature is great for situations like this. What I would have done back in the days, I would have done a whole bunch of Googling, a whole bunch of competitors. I would have looked at their pricing. I would have looked at what they're offering for that pricing. And now, all I have to do is tell this thing to do it for me. Put it in a table, and based on the results, I make the decision that works best for us. So here, I realized that Brevo is the best option because it has a ton of email lists that I can have before I get out of the free tier, which I love. So I went with it. This is me struggling through it, trying to get the CAPTCHA. I spent more time trying to get the reCAPTCHA on Google to work, and in the end, I couldn't get it to work. So but yeah, eventually I was like, screw the reCAPTCHA. I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't care if I get spammed. The recaptcha is basically so you don't get spammed. If you're running into issues with spam, then it's important to put that on. But I was like, you know what, it's good enough. Here you can see me still texting people trying to get photos, trying to get this ChatGPT to do. Jumping ahead a bit, this is a really nice component, but I wanted to create cards for them, just like I did. I also did some cards for the teams. That way I can reuse them, and I can just add the things that make it unique, like the name, the images, their titles, and I don't have to recreate like components for every single thing when it's very repetitive. Finally got those images. I was just adding them to make it look good, making sure everybody's face is seen. Here I run into another problem. The Tailwind doesn't play nice when you are applying styles in a variable because of the way that Tailwind compiles classes. Eventually I just had to add it to the configuration, saying like, hey, I want you to add this gradients when you build it, no matter what, no matter if you don't see it. And then I ended up getting all the card backgrounds to work nicely. And now this is the final product. Ta-da! It has everything we're offering, what we do, the projects I'm currently actively developing and that I'll be showcasing on the channel. The current team, I have more people that I need to add, but again, I just wanted to get this out there and show kind of show some of the team that is actively helping me at the moment. And a call to action. If you want AI consultations, I'm here to help. And the contact form works, which makes me really happy. But yeah, if you're interested in more cool stuff, I mean, this is just like a landing page. Nothing too crazy, but I just think, at least for me, it's awesome that I was able to do this in 3 hours. It almost feels like I am not really doing it. But to go from a whole year to being able to do this in just an afternoon is the reason why I think that AI is the future, because we're going to be able to do so many amazing things in such little time, and it's just going to unlock a lot of people's potential. You see, this guy is still floating, but hey, that's a problem for another day. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you want to see what do you want to see next. If you need help with anything, you have any questions, and maybe I can prioritize making a video about it. Bye bye.